On the playlist today, we talk about Sonic 2, the movie. So stay tuned to Metro Kingdom Radio and welcome back to the Switch side. Welcome everyone to Metro Kingdom Radio, your weekly Nintendo and gaming podcast where we talk about Nintendo games, news, collectibles, toys, merch, and media such as movies. Today we are talking about one such movie. It is not a Nintendo movie, but it is a gaming movie and a franchise that is synonymous with Nintendo. We are talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie, and for those who, if you haven't seen the movie, nice Kirby. If you haven't seen the movie yet, this is a spoiler discussion. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, you don't want to get spoiled, come back and watch us later once you've seen the movie. Sorry, Rob. I mean, today
I'm surprised he didn't see it. You out of all the people,
right?
He's gonna Redbox it.
Oh,
I mean, he was talking. Oh my god! And he talked so much about how he was like excited for it and everything. But first off, it is I, your host, the best by far. It's me. It's J-Playstar, and here with three of the fastest co-hosts here tonight, we have Pizza MC Chris.
Hey guys, got a podcast.
We have, you know what? You know, let me do that. We got Pizza M Sonic Chris. Oh,
Got a podcast.
We got Kyo Tails.
Hey guys, Kiyonashi here.
that's pretty good.
And we have Ryu Knuckles.
I can show you the way.
Oh man. So guys, we all seen Sonic 2 the movie, and just quickly, I mean, should we just say how we felt about the movie, or should we just start diving in about things that we loved about it?
I can give you I can give you my Arlo rating right now out of 7.
Oh, this is the one.
Okay, you know what?
Out of all of Nintendo and gaming fandom, this is the thing that cancels Arlo. Hilarious.
I didn't even watch his video at all because I already knew that it was gonna upset me.
I was going to give my review of. I haven't seen his yet, but I was going to use the Arlo rating system. So, but
okay.
I'll do it at the end though. We'll wait for the end.
I like Arlo. It's all good.
So Sonic the Hedgehog.
I have a feeling
2,
I agree with them though.
Because a movie that came out, we got, and it has featuring Knuckles, Tails, and Eggman, and all the fun characters. But
the Donut Lord.
And the Donut Lord.
And don't forget Ozzy.
And the Donut Lord right here. Oh man, where should we start? I mean, okay, fine. I'm just gonna straight up say I love this movie. I don't know if you. I mean, I already can see Chris rolling his eyes over there, and Ryu shaking his head. I mean, I think Kyo. It looks like she might have liked
this movie was awesome.
Thank you, Kyo.
I loved it from like the minute it started. I was like full 100% in.
Just for some context, that we did this last time. How deep are you into Sonic fandom? Like, who knows Sonic 2 and 3 and who got all the references?
I mean, I as the old school stuff.
I don't think I've ever played Sonic 2 in my life.
Sonic 2 is better.
Sonic and Knuckles.
I knew about the biplane though.
Okay,
Sonic 2 was my first Sonic game, so you know, it's like my favorite one, obviously, right? Because it's the first one. So of course I got like so many of the references.
Yeah, there were a lot.
There were a lot.
I was expecting a lot that the casual audience would miss, but still kind of like how adult or how like cartoon films can be good for adults because adults get the jokes, but kids just laugh at it because it's funny. It's like that. There are a lot of references peppered in that even I didn't get, I'm sure, until like after I read up on it. And I thought it was cool for that.
I died at the Dr. Robotnik mustache joke in the temple. Oh, I almost fell out of my seat.
Jim Carrey again carries the movie. I mean, he just changed his name to Jim Carrey at this point.
Yeah, I hope he's back for the next one.
there is 3 people in this movie that carry it for me, which is Jim Carrey, who did again, the fiance, who is hilarious again, the sister, the wife's sister, who's amazing. Like I don't know, I didn't think she would be back in this movie, and honestly, I kind of want her in the rest of the movies. Shadow.
I would have paid to have her role in that movie. She had the most fun out of anybody.
Oh
guaranteed.
Yeah, and like she had that like walk out of the spinning car scene, the turning car. Oh, so good. And then like the drinking. I was like, can we just have like, can she just replace like, I don't know, Silver the Hedgehog or like Big the Cat? Just make her a hedgehog and make her. I want her part of this. I want her to become Super Saiyan Hedgehog at one point. Like she deserves it. She deserves the chaos emeralds.
I mean, I'm glad you guys are saying this because those were such fun scenes, but it's such a departure from the universe, and like I can see like some of the hardcore gaming fans being confused as to why there's so much screen time on this.
Exactly, yeah.
On the wedding B plot, but it was actually funny. It was actually like a kind of nice. So I don't know. I don't mind it.
Yeah, I was like upset about it until like that twist kind of actually reveal was okay. Like it was all right, I guess, but like. I kind of worked, I guess.
Once he pulled that ring trick, I knew it.
Oh my god, that ticked me off the most because he's better than that. I don't think he's that type of person who would do that. Like he doesn't make that type of mistake, right? Like I don't know, man.
No, I know it's like the moment I know exactly what you mean, Kyo. Like the moment he did the ring trick, I was like, oh my god, this is totally playing, and he's totally gonna like have switched the rings on accident. This is gonna be great.
I hate misunderstandings in plot.
Me
but,
too.
Yeah, I mean, I get it's a kids movie, but like at least it wasn't like those like romantic movies where it was like a miscommunication and they have a third act of conflict.
All right. I think we need to go all the way back to the beginning. We've kind of like jumped around some pieces, but we should start like with the beginning of the film. So we have Sonic, the Donut Lord, and his wife are going to Hawaii for his sister-in-law's wedding. So Sonic is now left at home to his own devices. He's now house sitting with the dog, and that's kind of how things open up. But then we go all the way back to the Mushroom Planet with Dr. Robotnik, and that opening scene of him there,
the Rube Goldberg, it was actually really cool.
Slayed it.
Yeah.
Slayed it. The mushroom coffee.
The mushroom coffee.
So good.
I actually would probably say that's probably the best opening scene in the video game movie I've ever seen. In terms of just like setting up the story and like creating the mood. And I mean, it's a little more, but like it actually like felt like if you said like if it wasn't a Sonic movie and you said it was like a classic movie from like I don't know the 80s or something, like I don't know, like it actually would have been like believable because it felt like this movie feels like an 80s kind of movie. I feel like in adventure like type of way, and I really like the tone it set. Jim Carrey is like amazing, even honestly even better than the first movie. In that one scene alone, like, he's already like stepped it up, like amped it up, and he's a legend.
He carried the entire film.
There was a when Sonic when it was the Rube Goldberg machine and it was like Sonic running, like the little toy Sonic what song was playing? Because I know that there was a musical cue, like a Easter egg, and I can't remember what it was.
So good.
We should look at the Easter egg references because there's so many of them.
You know what? That's very smart of you, Ryu.
I didn't see one that referenced that, like that said what song was playing for that intro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you can find it though.
Oops. Yeah.
It's got to be a theme from.
I think there was. I just can't remember exactly what it was, but let's take. I'm gonna go look at like some Easter eggs, some Easter eggs in here. But yeah, man, like it was so cool just like seeing that and like how he figured out how he was gonna, like get out off this planet, and his whole idea was to just like cause like a big blue burst, and then he's like, let's see who shows up.
Don't forget the Stone friend, who's
Agent Stone.
A rock named Stone, who's supposed to be Wilson.
Wilson, Wilson reference.
Yeah,
that was great.
There's so many pop culture references and movie references in this. It's ridiculous. We'll have to go through some.
Yeah. So What and so that was crazy though, because like when the portal opens up and then you see these like figures come through. That was the one part that it was really funny, and I think this is gonna be an ongoing thing with me in this movie is that like there are things in this movie that don't make sense, but for some reason like I just seem to it just doesn't bother me that much because I enjoy so much of everything else that like these parts that are just kind of don't make sense or a bit too convenient. I'm just like, whatever, it's a kids movie. Yeah. But yeah, like who are those three dudes that came in through the portal before Knuckles? Right?
Those are
inconsequential.
Those are like the
Machina. Those are their names.
Right?
I don't know, like Knuckles like whole homies, like the
yeah, but like they weren't other echidnas, they were human shaped.
Yeah,
but they had like bird helmets or something.
Out of place for me.
It's the Chozo. They're setting up the Metroid universe. Yeah.
They were there purely for Dr. Robotnik to, axe out before he made his grand escape.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It's true. That's literally what it was.
To show his trap and his cleverness. That's all it was.
Also, like, I wonder, like, he set up those bombs. I know it's kids movie, but he set up those traps, like, really accurately. Makes me wonder, like, did he know, like, he was going to get attacked as soon as he contacted, someone?
I think he did.
Yeah.
He's smart, you know what I mean?
Evil genius, yeah.
He's paranoid enough,
Then we get our first glimpse of Knuckles showing up and saying, where did you get that? And of course he plays it well, like, oh, let me show you. He goes, let me show you the way. And I didn't even realize that was an Easter egg in itself.
It was incredibly subtle though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't do the accent because that would have been wrong. Yeah. But I remember I looked at my friend like this, like, like my neck, and he was like, I don't know if he got it. He was just like, he looks at me, he goes, I don't know what you're looking at.
I didn't get it either.
I just at the time.
Yeah. So.
But I'm glad it was in there.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad Jim Carrey said it.
It's fine, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm glad, because I mean, as evidence from the first movie, like they're open to putting memes in here too. Which in here, like Sonic made a return again.
They went all out on the memes. They went all out.
So
on the
memes. In the scene where Sonic, he like. It's actually coming up soon, actually, when he puts up a fake version of himself, like sitting on the beanbag, so that Tom doesn't know that he's
Sonic.
gone. Yeah, the head was totally Sonic.
It is. That was really funny.
So go ahead.
I was gonna, as I walked out, I was telling my wife that it felt like a bad, like a lot of it was a bad '90s movie, in like the best way possible, because there's like slice of life pieces where it's like there's a good 3 minutes of just comedy that isn't moving the story forward, but it's just like them in the world. And it's so funny that scene where he has the fake Sonic, the risky business scene where he's just having fun at home, like the dance sequence. Like it's
kids wouldn't.
It's just it was very charming.
It's very charming.
Yeah. I think that scene is kind of weird though, because like I just felt like, is it me or there was like a lack of dialogue that I just felt like it would have been. I don't think Sonic makes any noises or talks until like the very end, I guess. But I always thought it was kind of that scene where he's like at home with the bubble bath and the dog Ozzy, that montage where he's like
the montage,
it's kind of weird because I think in most montages we have like dialogue in the 90s, so I think I was just like kind of expecting I think there was something off about it, and I was like, I think either the Sonic has to talk more or the dog has to bark more, and it just kind of threw me off, but yeah, I totally get what you mean, because you kind of see that scene coming from a mile away when he's like, oh, don't worry, we'll take her to the house, and then we've all seen those movies growing up, and it's like cut to 30 minutes later, popcorn, bubble bath.
Popcorn. And anyone from Parks and Rec fans?
No.
Anyone?
If Rob was here, I think he would have been there with you.
No.
The worst.
That movie is the worst. No.
That's something that he says himself, right?
Yeah, that's
he
a
plays the character John Ralphio.
Yeah, he says it, right? The voice actor.
Yeah.
That was perfect.
It actually fits Sonic really
Sonic
well.
very well. Yeah,
I think because
yeah.
I mean, it fits the voice actor very well, obviously, because he's the actor who does it. But like, if you told me that wasn't the Parks and Recs, because I only learned about it right before I saw the movie, that was the only spoiler I
If
saw.
it's
Yeah, I
not
would have
out
been
of
like,
place
oh
at
yeah, like,
all.
that could be his new catchphrase for all I care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so
So good.
yeah, so we get the scene him being the Blue Justice in Seattle.
Oh,
Whoa.
you might want to get rid of the chat.
What's going on in the chat? I want to see.
That's fine.
It's
Huh?
Huh?
All right, I'll leave it alone. He has his his Bad Boys 2 moment.
Yeah, and so yeah, Sonic's like doing his like saving them, they like messing it up. It was it was a fun scene. Him just like trying to be trying to be the Blue Justice. It was very tense with him just like essentially dismantling the car before it hits the little kid.
That was fun. I really enjoyed that. It's one of those things where like, because throughout the movie and the first movie too, you're like, dude, what Sonic's so fast? Like, why can't he do like broken, super broken things? And like, but then it's like, okay, well, that would just ruin the movie. But in this case, it's like he's doing something super broken, but it's for comedic effect, and it works. It's like Looney Tunes kind of, like as long as he's not, just saving the world or freaking Superman running around the planet in reverse, turning back time. I think that's Superman 4 or something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And then I got like the whole thing with like Tom trying to be his dad, and he's like, you're not my dad, you're supposed to be my friend. But it was a nice little hint at what's to come later on. Then yeah, we'll just go straight into where, and he's like, so we talked about him being by himself with Ozzy the dog, and then that's when like Robotnik comes back, and it was like they played it well where it's like, oh my gosh, like it was pretty tense because like Robotnik was show up, and then he opens up the door and he's like, Eggman, and I was like,
I love
oh
it
my
when he calls
gosh.
him Eggman.
I was like, oh my gosh, like Sonic, you're so screwed right now. You don't even know, because he's just by himself. Eggman's there, and then all of a sudden we get like Knuckles just comes and knocks him out, and we get the introduction of Knuckles. Man, boom. Does it look like I need your power?
God.
Those gloves look really cool.
His name is pronounced? Is it Idris Elba or Idris?
Yeah, it's pronounced Idrax.
Well, and speaking of Drax, Knuckles pretty much plays Drax's role.
That's basically it.
Yeah. Little bit smarter, but he pulls off the voice really well. I there's this like joke going around that like Knuckles has turned a lot of moms into furries. But anyways,
because of Idris.
This is because his voice is like has a deep
very
masculine voice.
sensual.
Yeah. His intro is pretty badass, and like the fact that like one of the coolest things and it happens a lot in anime series and anime movies is in the sequel where the main hero uses his signature move and the new villain stops it, and he does that against the spin dash. That was sick.
Yeah.
That was badass.
Sick. Yeah, knock Sonic out, and then, like I think the best introduction. I mean, of course, we get introduced to Tails, like because they replay the scene from the end credits of the first movie. But then, like the best introduction for Tails with the other main characters is he runs over Knuckles with a car.
And if that's not a foreshadow of his mecha suit, I don't know what is.
Oh, it was great. He just straight up goes dunk. I was like, oh my god, he just ran over Knuckles with the car. This is the best ever.
It was even like a Looney Tunes dunk. It was like a legitimate like Grand Theft Auto. Like
yeah,
Knuckles is out.
I just have to say that I loved Tails. Tails was probably one of my favorite parts of the entire movie. Like I just wanted to put him in my pocket when I left the theater.
Tails was
that was actually my third character. That I said that I thought I didn't get to that carried the movie in my opinion was the voice actress for Tails. She like honestly she's of course
she's got like a decade of
classic.
Tails voice acting experience, so and she knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, there's no way they could have replaced Tails. Like she's
the Kevin Conroy of Tails. Yeah, that's honestly like it's kind of funny because like I as great as Idris Elba was, like you can see like the voice actress tier above actor. Yeah. Makes me kind of sad actually, but I'm glad we got to see a big budget animated movie with an actual like legendary voice actor as a lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could replace Sonic and Knuckles, that's fine, but yeah, I feel Tails is like, it's too hard to. Because like otherwise it would have just like what had Michael Cera be Tails? And,
Oh my,
that just
please.
wouldn't work. You know what I mean?
Charlie Day.
Sonic, I don't
Charlie
really.
Day's Luigi.
Sonic, I just really like, I mean, I don't know if you collect rings, but I collect rings if you collect rings. But I'm just so damn. I said Eggman.
Sonic.
I said Chow's Generals. Oh, I'm so stupid. God, jeez.
All right, let's go. Let's kind of speed through this. Yeah, and so here's the first part. So there's one of the other things I was talking about where it just kind of doesn't make any sense or it's too convenient. It's just how Tails is like the biggest fan of Sonic.
Yeah.
His
Such
reasoning,
a fanboy.
but the reasoning is because he, I mean, obviously they play it that Tails is smart, he's a genius, and he's a genius inventor, that he was able to pick up Sonic's energy signature and just watched him throughout the first movie, basically. And it's like, wait, what?
But he can't translate.
Work?
Major creep mode,
right?
For sure.
He can't translate Russian, but he can, or not Russian, but was it Serbian? Siberian, yeah. But he can freaking watch Sonic bubble bath from like with light speed away.
Another galaxy.
Yeah.
Also, like it would have taken him even longer to get there because time is relative. Man,
and how Tails just seems to know everything. Like he knows exactly who Knuckles is. He knows Long Claw, but it's like, wait, are you conveniently part of the same original planet as Sonic is from, or where are you from, Tails? Like, how does this? But of course, it's one of those things, right? But it's like, well, it's kid movie logic, right? Who cares?
Don't have to get too much into his backstory.
Yeah. We're just glad that he's here.
Yeah, seeing his tails, like the tails on tails fluff around, like just kill.
I did like that line though, when he's like the name's Tails, and he's like, you want to know how I got the name? He's like, is it because of the two tails?
It's a whole conversation while you
cute.
can see Knuckles as a red blur just following the car.
Yeah.
Just for this whole conversation. I love that part.
That's another thing too that I really liked, is how they actually found a way to make Knuckles fast, because in Sonic 3 he can keep up with Sonic, you know what I mean? And
They're all the same speed, aren't they? Even Tails.
Right? They all technically run the same speed, so at least now they show, it's because he also has like, this electricity power, and he's really strong, and he's like highly trained warrior,
He could like push off of wall, like not push off of walls,
he's
like
pushing
bounce off of walls.
Mm-hmm. He's essentially using his like leg strength to like jump, essentially, right? They didn't really give him gliding in here. They just give it like super jumping off of things.
you kind of see him glide in his jumps. It's not really, but like he has that pose, so it's subtle, but it works. It works for me.
I mean, they can maybe he'll pop it out in like the next Sonic movie as like, oh, look, I've been learning a new technique, or the technique of my people.
Oh no.
So can we please talk about my favorite scene in the entire movie that was completely not necessary to the plot at all?
What?
Another
the dance scene?
Which one?
The dance battle.
Exactly. So ridiculous.
I was like rolling in my seat when like the guy turned around and like the music started playing.
The tattoo.
The tattoo was good.
The tattoo was the best part of that scene.
The guy was amazing, and then the
praying.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah,
and then he's like does like the little pray on the tattoo.
Nice
oh my gosh, I like lost my mind. And then when they started doing like the tandem dancing, just rolling in the theater. I was dying.
It was so unnecessary.
So unnecessary.
So unnecessary.
See, I was kind of upset because I was like, I kind of want that guy to help them out in their adventure, like just for a little bit, and he just ends up like just losing. He loses.
Drop the mic. Yeah.
Also, I think he like collapsed. Like, did anyone check on that guy? Like that dude, like he hit the ground. Like he didn't just like laid on the ground. He like whoosh. He got knuckled by Tails.
I guess the argument could be made that this was a bonding moment for Sonic and Tails. And that, because, and Tails is like, very timid, like, and he's not brave. And so like, but Sonic's like, come on, it'll be fine, So it was, I guess, kind of like Tails coming out of his shell.
It was a trust building exercise.
Mm-hmm.
It sets up some of the technology that's used later on in more important scenes.
Oh,
that is true. Yeah,
that is true.
It'd be funny if at the next scene, Sonic gets a tattoo of Sonic on his chest. and then Tails get a tattoo of Sonic on his chest.
And then I mean, it was very cute too when like they were bundling by the fire. Sonic puts his
Yeah.
blanket on Tails, and then puts his tails on Sonic.
That's awesome. I loved it.
Cute.
And this Sonic wakes up next to that
Melted
lady.
my heart.
And then Sonic wakes up next to that lady.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. That's like one of the funniest scenes in the movie. I did not see that coming.
And then we
So
get
good.
Eggman and oh wait, no. They find the temple first, right?
I think that's later.
Or is that
No,
They find
they,
the compass.
okay, so, no,
right?
they find
Okay.
the
Compass.
Arctic temple.
The Arctic temple.
The Arctic temple that has the compass, and then
And that's when Eggman and
then
Knuckles
that's
show
when
up.
Eggman and Knuckles show up and steal the compass, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
Actually,
then
that's like
when
the-
we get that awesome
And then we have the
snowboarding
whole
scene.
snowboard scene.
Wait, we didn't get to the coffee shop yet, which we have to talk about.
Oh, yeah,
alright,
and then so
That was
like
like
we
way
do-
before this,
I
right?
know,
Way
right?
before.
Whatever.
That
We're
was-
jumping
I mean-
around. But yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. The coffee shop. When I saw the coffee shop before they even went inside of it, I saw the name right away. I went in because I saw it with Louis,
Of course.
and I
The Mean
immediately nudged him.
Bean.
I was like, "Oh my god, it's Mean Bean Machine."
It's a perfect name for a coffee shop.
Amazing,
I love it.
right?
Right? Oh my god.
I want to go to one actually. If we can travel
There
to
will
it,
eventually be a
That-
Mean Bean pop up.
Mean Bean Machine, like
Up
yeah,
there.
let's do it right now. Let's go. We'll start one up and we'll road trip there.
Yeah, dude.
I'm in.
Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. It's like one of those things that like you wouldn't have known if you've never even heard or played this game.
And
because
even
it is-
so, the pun is good anyway.
Mhm.
Right?
It's just a good, yeah.
Mean
I don't know.
Bean.
And he makes coffee at the beginning. I don't know. It's perfect.
And
They
he makes
actually
like the
sell-
Eggman coffee.
They actually sell desserts there. They sell a popsicle. It's called Puyo Puyo Pop. It's really good.
Oh, that's great. That's not a real thing, but that's a good reference. That's a good
should've-
joke.
They should have done that.
Yeah, right. And so he does
Same
come back to
ingredients of
the
coffee.
thing, and then remember he goes and makes Eggman's coffee, and he's like needs more
Yeah.
mushroom.
Okay, Chris.
Yeah.
I must have missed that joke that Chris said to Ryu. Ryu's
The,
giant.
Stone and the latte art
Mhm.
is really
Oh
stupid,
yeah.
but cute and funny as well. I mean, just the way he idolizes Robotnik. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was cute.
He's
Oh, man.
back.
Best
And then he-
man, if I could have
The
a
F grade,
minion.
F minus grade.
Oh yeah,
That's
you
so
noticed
good.
that too. That it was an F
Yeah.
minus.
He didn't. He could have just put F. He could have put failed or closed down for whatever. But nope.
F
Doc
minus.
Eggman, he always goes 100%. It's either he gets 100% or the opposite of 100%.
That's right. And then the scene when they were like texting Sonic, right? And they were like pretending to be they're pretending to be
dot.
Tom, and Knuckles like dot 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 dot.
Drax.
So Drax. It's so Drax.
Yeah.
It's
That was pretty great.
it's funny how so many characters remind me of like other characters, like because they're originally already Chris Pratt, but they got James Marsden. Is it how you pronounce it?
Mhm.
Marsden?
James
then-
Marsden.
They originally wanted Chris Evans, and then it
Oh,
was
Chris-
Chris Pratt, and
oh.
then yeah, and then they went with James
That's
Marsden.
true.
Yeah.
Right.
It goes Chris and James, yeah. And then this one, Knuckles reminded me of Drax, and like, oh, we haven't got to the guy yet. Well, I'll talk about when we get there. Actually, the other cop that comes in. But let's go ahead and continue the story.
Yeah. And so then they're doing the snowboard thing, and they're like, which was a pretty awesome scene. I loved it.
Which is from Sonic 3,
Yeah, it's from Sonic 3 Ice Cap Zone or something like that.
something like that. I forget, but yeah.
Yeah. but
Which is,
then-
if I remember correctly, pretty hard
yeah.
in the game.
I remember it having a sick beat though. The music.
Every song in Sonic 3 was a
I'm
beat.
sure there's a lot of references of the melodies in the background. I know there's one that's coming on later that I can talk about, but like I feel like I kept hearing like references in the score.
I couldn't hear any of it, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure it's there. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's such a different instrument compared to like 8-bit music or 16-bit music.
And then so that's when we get that scene with Tom, and he goes like, life or death. I need you to throw the ring to like teleport me, and of course he throws it, and it's the wedding ring.
So crazy.
And he has to go and try to get it back from what's it, Jason?
From Rachel and Randall.
Randall,
Like
there you
in
go.
the middle of the wedding ceremony, like
Is-
literally putting the ring on her finger, and he punches him
He
and then takes the ring and throws it.
he doesn't even tell them that it's the wrong ring. He
Yeah,
just said that. This is why everyone hates Cyclops. This is all your fault. No, yeah, that's like one of that was probably the scene that ticked me off the most. I was like, just tell him the situation. You're using words, man.
I know, it's like it's one of those things, right?
That's how
like
comedy
where you just
works,
kind of hate.
Yeah.
But yeah, then he goes and throws the ring, and of course Sonic and Tails comes with all this snow and avalanche, just completely destroying the wedding. And then that's when we get that. Then we get like they subdue Sonic, and then they're like, "What's going on?" It turns out that Randall is a gun agent, which when that happened, and they were like, you know, we're GUN and like gun, I immediately was like, I jumped out of my seat, and I like legit, I was already already like creating a fire with my elbow nudging Louis because I was like, oh my god, it's Gun. And he goes, what do you mean? And I was like, dude, that's Gun from Sonic Adventure 2. Like, this is crazy. The Sonic Adventure 2 is in the movie.
That's deep cut.
Did you see the
really
helicopter reference?
They're the main antagonists.
SA2, yep.
Yeah, SA2. I saw that.
And
I didn't know what it meant, but I saw it because I saw it as my wife's name, and then I looked it up later, and it was Sonic Adventure 2, which so many references, but
that helicopter is crazy too, because in Sonic Adventure 2, that helicopter is the helicopter that Sonic breaks out of.
That's the exact same model,
door. I don't know about that. Yeah, maybe.
It's so good.
It's pretty close.
He breaks out of, grabs the door, and then he's, snowboards down San Francisco or Station Square, rolling around at the speed of sound. They didn't play that. That's the same helicopter.
Maybe you'll get that.
Yeah. So it was just like, oh my god! Like when they saw it, I was already jumping out of my seat with just the introduction of Gun, because I was like, this is a huge implication. And and then they went and go on the whole thing of them trying to like. They have to save Sonic, Tails, and Tom, which it was like Maddie and Rachel, right? That had to go do it, which was like, how are these agents losing to these two? Like,
at first I was upset. I was like, I don't want to watch this, but the fiance just makes it.
Rachel
like,
is so good.
Immediately was so happy about Rachel. Yeah. Rachel is, and yeah. Also, I like how the what's his name? The head of Gun. He's like,
guy?
We'll just send him a gift card.
Yeah, send him a gift card.
Unironically, that's his thing. He's
Olive
like
Garden reference.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
love it.
But yeah, I mean, I guess it could make. I mean, right? It's a kids movie, so of course they're gonna be able to like beat up these agents. But they also just use Tails' inventions to do it. But it was pretty crazy though. They like anti-gravity that guy into the sky. And he's coming crashing down through a table.
And like he's alive. The later too, like he does the 90s comedy. It's like a 90s comedy trope. It's like, oh, I hate that guy. Something like that. Love it.
Totally.
Yeah, it was totally great though. And then
was anyone else like heartbroken when they saw Tails like knocked out like that?
Yes. It was so sad.
Like, my friend needs medical attention, and no one would help him, and then they kidnapped him, put him in a cage.
You've been watching me take bubble baths all this time and never watched you.
That's such a bad like.
And he just treats it normally.
That would be wrong in any other movie.
He doesn't even react to it. He's like, okay, cool.
I skipped one thing from before, but I wanted to call out Dr. Robotnik's upgraded robots. And actually, there's one behind you, Keo. The Wasp.
Yes.
Is directly from the games.
Yep.
Whoa.
It's that Wasp, that Robotics Bee.
Is that Sonic Adventure 1, 2?
No, it's
in
from
the actual like
Sonic 1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Maybe even first level.
Oh yeah, and then Robotnik is also in his like his little Robotnik car, what you call it, the floating mobile,
Bowser Jr. car, yeah.
Oh, I do want to say from earlier, the cop that shows up later, I swear this guy is supposed to be like, he's supposed to play Seth Rogen. Like he's supposed to be Seth Rogen. The cop that shows up that catches Agent Stone. Like
Wade.
Yeah. He did pretty good job. But like I just couldn't help but think of it's
the same guy.
He's supposed to be Donkey Kong, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, right. See, that's the thing. I'm trying to think. They're trying to get Chris Pratt, but he's Mario, and they try to get Seth Rogen, but he's Donkey Kong.
Hey, you can't be in this coffee shop.
Always yearns for a woman's affection. So There's that overlap there. Didn't he say something about he wants to say something to a woman? I don't know.
I don't remember.
So I actually understood that Ghostbusters 2 reference, even though I've only seen that movie like once.
There you go, an 80s reference. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that tails can fly. Well, what was that? Oh, that one joke. When he says it's like, oh yeah, when Tails explained, Tails actually gave an explanation about the Chaos Emeralds, the Master Emerald, and I guess like the new story of how the owls and the echidnas were always at war, and then that's when Sonic cracks a joke. It's like Vin Diesel and The Rock.
Yeah.
I love it.
And with Idris Elba right next to him.
Which I thought that was a cool way for them to like spin the movie universe with like the game universe, because the echidnas always were the ones with the Master Emerald. Although this one they kind of like interesting take on it, because in the games Knuckles is just the guardian of the Master Emerald, but in the movie they made it where like no, they use the Master Emerald for like to become a powerful warrior. Whereas like it's different, but I do like the little twist that they put on there, because it makes the movies more like intense. It gives it a nice like story.
Is there ever an explanation how Tails can twist his tails like that without tangling him up?
So.
No.
No. This is
I figured.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I thought like maybe it was always like he would twist it and then it would twist back. Like it was a constant motion of that.
Faster than you can see. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like if
he also has that special power like Sonic and Knuckles does. So
yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe he winds it up. That'd be cool if he winds it up like.
I think that's what it used to be, yeah, is that he would wind it up. But then, yeah, you're right. It wouldn't make any sense that his tails could keep spinning like that.
Maybe they do a figure 8, but it doesn't show a figure 8. But I think that's the only way that could make sense if it was a figure 8 and it would be like 2 helicopters.
Yeah. Anyway, Tails is still dope.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be explained, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So after Sonic gets broken out, he goes after Eggman and Knuckles into this like crazy ass labyrinth.
Temple of Doom.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it looks like, so for when I saw it from the outside, it reminded me of Aztec ruins from Sonic Adventure 1.
Yeah.
But some people were saying that like when you're in there, it's actually Labyrinth Zone or Labyrinth.
Because it has the crystals.
Yeah, from Sonic 2.
Also, like I love that scene because first of all, you see Knuckles and Jim Carrey, Knuckles and Eggman doing platforming, and then I was like, man, I this is what I want out of Tails and Sonic. And then right after that, Sonic does his platforming, and like
speed run.
Oh my god, like this is what I want. Like this, I could watch the whole movie like this, honestly.
Right.
If the whole movie just started off at like, I don't know, at that temple, or not at at that temple, like, and then have like flashbacks, I would have been okay with that.
Yeah, it was pretty sick. And him even just like going down the water slopes and everything, and he's just like, it's just like the games too. I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool.
So good. I loved it.
And I even like the idea of like Robotnik and Knuckles running through it too. And because like, in Sonic 2, you do chase down Robotnik, and he runs away, and so like it's kind of funny that you could kind of see Robotnik running in the movie, just like how you do in the games.
If you ever see Robotnik run in the games, it's kind of creepy.
Yeah, they make mention. They kind of like Easter egg it in the credits scene.
But they call Knuckles. Doesn't Eggman call Knuckles like Bumpkin something? Like he references Bumpkin Valley or something like that.
I forgot. But yeah, so they find the Master Emerald. Sonic breaks through. And then Eggman's about to betray Knuckles, which is duh, right? But then like Sonic breaks through, and then we get the epic like final showdown of Sonic and Knuckles like fighting. And man, I loved it. Like this is such a cool fight scene.
So epic when he starts building the giant like death egg robot. Oh man, so good. And then like the mushroom like.
Oh yeah. And then like Eggman grabs the Master Emerald, and then Knuckles like, but you were my friend. But even before that too, like Knuckles and Sonic, you could kind of see like they're starting to understand each other prior to this. And then like they have the final battle, and then that's when like he leaves Knuckles for dead. But then Sonic goes down into the water even though he can't swim, which is a wonderful reference to the games because Sonic can't swim.
He also references earlier too, like in earlier in the movie, like water, like why is it swimming? You know, my worst weakness.
Yeah, water. Why does it have to be water? Which is a nice Indiana Jones reference. Yeah, and so he goes down and like he and Knuckles like they work together to get Knuckles free. But prior to that, the bubble, right? Because like you hear the music too in the
So
background.
good.
It's like the and then the bubble comes up and he's like, and he goes in and inhales it, and I was like, oh my god, they actually included bubble breathing.
It's so good. And I posted a tweet right there in the chat. But yeah, you can hear, it's really subtle, but you can hear the theme of the countdown. And also in the water, which is another reference, he does the 3, 2, 1 to Knuckles. And so it's like it's all combined. It's a lot of subtle references, but it works.
And I mean, I'm glad they did that because it's a kids movie. They play that music the way it was, the way it was in the game. Those kids were leaving.
Yeah, that it wasn't as anxiety inducing, but it was still good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have been extremely upset if that scene happened without the air bubble. Like I would have been pissed.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like Knuckles saves Sonic after Sonic passes out. Then that's when they have that sweet scene on the beach where they're throwing like clumps of sand at each other, and then they finally come to an understanding because like prior we get a scene of Knuckles as a kid, before his father leaves to go hunt Longclaw.
My heart, oh my god, I almost started sobbing when you see him there just like holding his little spear as his dad goes away. Oh man. Oh, so many feelings. I couldn't contain them.
Which I thought was really cool too because like the Echidna tribe, they look a lot like how they did in Sonic Adventure 2. Not Knuckles himself, but like when you would flash back to the past and you would see like the Echidna tribe, like the ancient Echidna tribe, like that's what they look like. And so it was really cool that you can see like what they look like and everything. And yeah, and like and that's why Sonic and Knuckles both realized that they both lost their families that day because Knuckles said he never saw his father again after that day, and as Sonic obviously that's when he got teleported to Earth. And he never saw Longclaw ever again. So it kind of makes you wonder what happened exactly. Did they just happen? Did Longclaw and the Echidnas just happen to all kill each other at that point? Or like what? You know what I mean? Like, is this another one of those, it's just convenient. Let's just not question it.
I mean, what would you guys like? Man, what are the odds of Longclaw still being alive?
Right?
Like that's what I really hope. Like, I mean, I don't wish.
Where did he get the ring though?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they all seem to, like, Knuckles and Tails both seem to be able to use rings, too. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, where are these rings from? Like, they must all be from the same planet. Like, I think Tails, too. Like, they're all just from the same planet.
Well, maybe,
Because they all have the ring ability.
Yeah.
You can throw a ring through a ring portal, right?
I mean, you can.
Yeah, because he takes the rings with him when he portals.
Right, yeah. I'm wondering if that's how it's like spread around. Maybe like she finds like chosen ones or whatever, and just be like, throws a ring through the ring to, I don't know. She seems like Longclaw feels like someone that probably has like some sort of prophecy powers or something.
Yeah, but then and so we go to where Kyo said, we get like Super Eggman, like Master Emerald Eggman,
but.
What's up?
Before that, as you have like Eggman and he's stopping through the universe, and then you see them coming in on the biplane.
Oh yeah.
The tornado.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah.
I loved it.
With Sonic on the wing. Yeah.
A nice reference to Sonic 2 and 3, where Knuckles is on there too.
That's so cool.
It was pretty sweet, man. Like just Tails with the biplane and everything. It was just like, oh my god, the tornado is here. This is so cool. You can see a tease of it too, like during the wedding.
In the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so like Robotnik does uses the Master Emerald to create the Death Egg robot, which was sick. Which was the thing that like I had mentioned to you guys, like don't watch the second trailer because something gets spoiled. That's what it was. It was the Death Egg robot, and I was so upset.
I didn't watch any trailers.
I got so mad when I saw that because I was like, man, that would have been so cool for that to have happened in the theaters.
Is that from 2?
Yes,
the game?
It's the last boss of Sonic 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
not to scale.
Honestly, like for American films, I just don't even watch the trailers anymore at this point. There's just so many spoilers. Like
teaser or the first trailer maybe, but then as it gets closer, I stop. Yeah.
And then so like that's when like Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails like decide they all try to attack separately, and like it just doesn't work. And then they're like, well, we got to combine we got to form a team, you know, like with your smarts, Tails, your strength, Knuckles, and my speed, we can defeat them. And I was like, oh my god, we're getting Sonic heroes up in this.
Yeah.
Like when he said that, I was thinking that.
I wanted that song to come on. I know they can't do it.
I know they won't do it. Man, like I was like,
many
Sonic
references I didn't even get.
Heroes. Yeah, because like they even used, it was so cool because they even used some of their combo attacks from Sonic Heroes when Knuckles throws Sonic like in his ball form, and Tails like catching them and tossing them too. I was like, oh my god, they're doing their combo attacks from Sonic Heroes. This is so cool. I can't believe this is happening right now.
All the PSP fans are so happy right now.
Question: When Sonic is fighting Knuckles, he jumps up and then spin dashes down multiple times. Is that a move from any game, or because I know that's in Smash, but I'm guessing it's from something else too?
I think he uses that in Sonic, like one of the Sonic Advanced games. I believe. Yeah.
That just felt
maybe
so gamey.
Yeah, Sonic Rush games maybe.
Yeah, I
think in like the boss battles, probably Sonic Rush maybe. In like the 3D areas, yeah. I think Sonic Rush 2 maybe.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And them just doing their triple team attacks was so cool. Like I loved it so much. And then so that's when like Sonic says, well, you know, Eggman's after me. He wants me, so you like I'll distract him and you guys like, you know, get him from the back. And so it was great. Sonic's running around, and then Tails like goes and opens a hole into the Death Egg robot, and he uses his projections, his fake tails, to like distract Robotnik. And Robotnik like destroys a ball, and Knuckles comes in and he's like, I'm a hologram too. That's so stupid.
But it's like that Drax moment was like, I can stay perfectly still, no one will see me.
And then so like we get the scene, and then we get like Knuckles punching the Master Emerald out of Eggman, which was great. Which some people say that
so cool.
It's a reference.
What power do you get from having it? From having the Master Emerald?
So that's the thing. Like
blonde hair.
I've never seen in any of the games that any of the characters get powered by the Master Emeralds, because usually like Robotnik would use the Master Emerald to power his machines, like to become make a super powerful machine or something like that. Whereas like, and then usually the Chaos Emeralds are not part of the Master Emerald. Usually they're like separate.
Yeah, that was weird.
So that's what like, so here they made it where the Chaos Emeralds were part of the Master Emerald.
It's like the Infinity Gauntlet. It felt
almost. Yeah. And so like, but Knuckles was able to punch it out of him, which people said was a nice reference to Sonic 3 in the beginning, where Knuckles punches the Chaos Emeralds out of Super Sonic. But yeah, and then so they go and get like the Master Emerald, and so Robotnik still has control over the Death Egg robot. And then that's when Tom and Maddie like says, we got to help Sonic, you know, he's in trouble. They go and catch him, and then he gets the Master Emerald, but he's like trying to use it. He's like, come on, because he's trying to use it so he could defeat Robotnik, but it cracks, and then all the Chaos Emeralds fall out. And the moment that happens, you if you're a Sonic fan, you already know what's about to happen, because he's over there hugging them. You know, it says like, I love you guys, and they're all like being like all cute and like, oh my gosh, despair, we're about to lose. And the Chaos Emeralds are just sitting right there. And as soon as Eggman's robot goes to crush them, like the Chaos Emerald starts spinning. Oh my god.
You're geeking out so much.
Oh, it was so cool. Then Super Sonic comes out. He goes and lifts the leg up, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is so great. I can't believe we're getting Supersonic in this movie right now. Like, this is the best ever.
Well, it was either that or Tails gets killed by Frieza, and then that's how he goes Super Saiyan. So I'm glad they went this route because yeah.
I 100% believe Tails too when he yelled no. I was like, yes, perfect.
Tails is the most like emotional, like tugging one. Like anything Tails emotes, I 100% believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, but that was sick though. So, I mean, seeing Supersonic in there, how'd you guys feel about this?
So, Eggman's not dead, right? He can't be dead.
It's whether they can get Jim Carrey back or not.
Yeah.
No, he can't be dead. Yeah,
because
they need him for the sequel for. Well,
and so so Sonic goes and destroys the robot.
Subspace emissary.
He goes and kicks it down. Eggman falls to his death. And Knuckles is like, don't touch him. He's now a warrior infused with the Chaos Emeralds. He's not the Sonic you once knew before.
This is the best scene in the whole movie, actually. I take everything back. This is the best scene in the whole movie.
Raises his hand up and creates a chili dog out of nowhere. Oh, so great. Never mind, he's the same Sonic.
Well, what was funny was I couldn't, like, I was 50-50. I was split on whether I really wanted him to be evil or not. Because I was like, man, this is stupid. Like, it doesn't make you evil. But on the other hand, it would be a pretty cool twist if there was an evil Sonic, because Shadow hasn't been introduced yet, or whatever, or like, I don't know, or maybe he gets it corrupted or whatever. And I was like, no, that sucks. Like, man, I don't know which one I want. And then Chili Dog appears, like, well, I don't have to choose.
Yeah.
As long as the Chili Dog's here.
I thought it was interesting though how like they made it where Sonic chose to not use the emeralds anymore.
Yeah.
Which I was like, normally he just runs out of time. Like his body can't handle using it for a long time, and so it goes away. But I did think it was very interesting that the Chaos Emeralds essentially Infinity Stones themselves, right? Did you guys also notice that they went up to the sky and dispersed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because some people didn't realize that. I'm like, dude, it totally did. And then Knuckles was still able to like reform the Master Emerald.
Of course.
So, you know what I mean? Like, so the Master Emerald maybe just doesn't have the same power without the Chaos Emeralds. Like, maybe it's a fraction of it.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm
thinking that because it's not as shiny when Knuckles reforms it.
Yeah, it's probably looks like a lesser version of it. I don't know. That is weird though. I mean, I guess it makes sense because if Eggman had the Master Emerald, they would have to use the Chaos Emeralds to. I guess they were trying to save the Chaos Emeralds for the next film.
Yeah, I think And then of course, right, the movie ends like he calls Tom Dad, and it's all cute. Like they're playing baseball, which is a nice callback. Because they're a family
Sonic
now.
has a tribe now.
He's playing, it's a nice callback to the first one where he played baseball by himself. Now he's playing with his family, and it's great, And Knuckles asking if ice cream has grapes is actually a reference to the games too, because apparently Knuckles also loves grapes. Apparently. Oh yeah, and then did you guys also laugh at the when Agent Stone was controlling the Death Egg robot and he goes, "I read the manual." It was a total Sega Genesis manual.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, and then so cute, and then of course like we have to talk about this, the big after credits scene, mid credits.
I gotta go, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. I mean, they're going. They say like, oh, there's no way that there's no way he survived that. Robotnik's dead. He's gone. And then they're like, sir, we found something else. We found coordinates for this. We found a file that dated back 50 years ago. When you heard that, Kyo. When you heard 50 years ago, did you also like jump up? Because Louie and I
knew exactly. Big the Cat. I knew it. I knew it was Big the Cat from the very beginning.
You knew who was coming.
Yeah.
You absolutely knew who was coming.
The moment they said 50 years ago, Louie and I were just like, we basically were Sonic and Knuckles and the fight scene. Like we're shoulder to shoulder, just like, oh my god, they're gonna talk about Shadow. And then of course they say secret underground facility, whatever, and then starts going up. My god. Project Shadow, and we get to see Shadow in the capsule waking up. Oh, eyes red. Oh my god, it was insane. I lost it. I was like, no way, this is actually happening. I can't believe this is happening right now.
But I think we got to figure out the most important part for the next movie then, which is can we get someone, the world's greatest actress, Meryl Streep, to play, of course, Maria. Because if we don't have the great actress for Maria, if there's no point in making that movie. So Maria.
But yeah, dude, oh my God, Shadow. I mean, okay, look, I can't fully say what I say in this moment, but if you go back and listen to our Sonic 1 movie discussion, I clearly stated that in the after credits scene, we were going to get Shadow, but I said that Robotnik was going to find his grandfather's lab on accident. He was going to find Gerald Robotnik's lab and be like, what is this? The ultimate life form. And then he'll see Shadow like in a capsule. So I was close, you know?
I mean, when he was in
gun.
When he was in electricity form, he might have been able to get some data because he was traveling around pretty like almost like electronically too. So
right.
It's possible, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, for one, like, what do you guys think about Shadow being like shown in here? Like, I don't know.
I guess double semi-Uzi automatics are now canon in the universe.
I mean, I see Chris over there like.
I never played any games with Shadow in it.
So you never played Sonic Adventure 2, huh?
I guess not.
Oh.
I thought I did, but maybe I only played a little bit of it. Is he in there? Like
that's where he was introduced.
Yeah, that's the only good one. There's no other good games with such a Shadow in it, so you're good. Everything else is like super edgelord. And then 2006 happened.
Yeah.
So. You didn't miss much.
But yeah, man, like it's crazy. We pretty much confirmed that we're getting I mean, they did already say that they're making a third Sonic movie, but now like they're just straight up jumping into Sonic Adventure 2. Like they're just skipping like all the other games, which they say that it's not going to be timeline. But I think to me, it makes the most the perfect sense, like most sense, because you know, all the other games, like I don't think we need to have a movie with Metal Sonic, you know, honestly. Like let's just jump straight into Sonic Adventure 2.
Shadow's a better Metal Sonic. You know? Really, like, if you think about it, Shadow is the better Metal Sonic. Yeah. Also, like, who do you think? Okay, they have to introduce both Amy Rose and Rogue the Bat, right? Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, like, who else do you think they'll introduce in this third movie? I think Amy and Rouge 100% have to show.
Oh, Rouge the Bat, yeah. I mean, because Rouge is like literally one of the characters in Sonic Adventure 2. She's one of the 3 villains that you play.
Yeah,
opposed to
we don't need to. We don't need to.
Is Big not in there?
No, not 2. He's in 1.
What's he in?
Sonic Adventure 1.
And where he belongs.
Yeah, let's skip over Sonic Adventure
Amy
1.
Wasn't in 1?
She was.
Okay.
Oh, I think she was. Yeah.
I mean, her debut was Sonic CD. So
I mean, still, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to have a anthropomorphic cartoon character female.
Yeah,
the next one at least.
That's what I'm saying. Multiple. Like I think Amy and Rouge are going to show up. I mean, we have that Knuckles show coming to Paramount Plus 2, so I'm wondering if like that's going to consist of him maybe meeting Rouge. I think like maybe, I don't know, like because I feel like that's going to have something to do with the third movie.
Is that live action?
I think it is.
Wow.
Really? I think, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that. I mean, why wouldn't it be, right?
So for those of you guys, cartoon. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right, yeah. But for those who haven't played Sonic Adventure 2, they're pretty much the villains and the heroes are kind of racing towards accomplishing this goal to get, you know, the big prize, whatever, to save the world or take over the world, whatever. And like Rouge the Bat is pretty much the opposite of Knuckles. So if they take that plot, if they take that route, I mean, she has to be in it for sure. For Amy Rose, like that's the thing. Like they technically don't have to put her in there, but it would be weird to not have her in there because how are you gonna make a Sonic universe where Rouge the Bat shows up before Amy Rose?
Before Amy,
and Amy Rose has a dope ass theme song in Sonic Adventure 2. The best, the best Sonic song besides Live and Learn.
Oh my God.
How I was gonna say, so in the ranking of video game movie adaptations, where does this movie sit?
Number 1.
What are there?
Agreed.
I mean, because like didn't we already agree that like Sonic, the first movie, was probably the best video game movie ever?
Yeah, I guess you're right. So the thing is, like, Detective Pikachu is the best video game movie, but in terms of video game adaptation, I would say the Sonic movies are more accurate.
No, I think Sonic's better than Detective Pikachu.
I like Detective Pikachu better.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm torn. I like Detective Pikachu more, but I feel like I might like Sonic better.
Well,
just
it's
because.
kind of like the new Bat movie is a better Bat movie than Dark Knight, but the Dark Knight's a better movie.
Well,
Does that
hold on.
make
Let
sense?
me rephrase that.
So-
I like Sonic 2 better than Detective Pikachu. I don't know if I
Oh,
like Sonic 1 better than Detective Pikachu, but Sonic 2, I think edges out Detective Pikachu for me.
Detective
So
Pikachu's not 2 hours long, dude. So I'm good.
yeah, I could do with a little less dance party, but you know what I mean. Uh, but I don't know. I love Sonic 2. What's up?
Yeah, I think if it's getting put up against Detective Pikachu, that's already like high praise. I think it's
For a video
really
game
good.
movie, yeah.
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 I mean,
Uh,
right
But I
now
think
it's
more
the
so for
highest.
like families and kids. Like I don't know. I feel like Detective Pikachu had more appeal for adults somehow, but this was still really good and a lot of just like fun slice of life, like cartoon characters and game references. Like
Mhm.
so many more game references than even I would know, which is awesome.
I
So
mean, right now too, Sonic 2 is the best, like highest grossing video game movie opening ever. So, it's already like there. What's up, Ryu?
I'm just looking this up real quick, but didn't the original studio who redid the first Sonic movie and redid the Sonic, did they get shut down? Like, did they go out of business after they? I think that's what I heard, but
Oh yeah, that was,
if you look at Sonic 2 movie, like it's a pretty noticeable downgrade in the quality of the models.
you noticed that
Like,
too?
yeah, like Sonic looks like a zombie at times. He looks like he's like unable to emote with his eyes, and then Tails looks like he's suffering from like that Grinch mouth kind of thing. Like he kind of looks like that he has like that Henry Cavill like um Justice League lip thing. But Knuckles looks great. I mean, I think most of it went to
Went to
Knuckles.
Knuckles.
Yeah, because like everyone's, it was kind of sad because like I feel like hopefully Tails looks better. Like the fur doesn't even look that great. I guess that's one of the main issues. It makes me really sad because the original team, they not only redid it, they made it look better than the sequel. So I hopefully the next one they surpass that quality. Actually, I
Yeah,
hope
I
the
heard
next
that
one.
this one that they had some budget issues too with this movie. But I mean,
Really?
obviously, yeah. But I think obviously now that you see how this movie has been a success, they might just be like, all right, Sonic 3, let's throw more money at you.
I heard a rumor. I don't know if this is true, but Tails being in the post-credit scene, they just threw it on there for fun. But because they used the original voice actress, they had to use her in the sequel. And I'm like,
That's not entirely true. They don't have to.
I kind of doubt. I mean, I think there's always ways, but
yeah.
kind of
I mean,
nice.
You have to. I mean, you had to no matter what. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure they would have picked her regardless. Hopefully.
All right. So, I mean, Chris, I kind of just want to know what you thought about this movie because,
I mean, I liked it. Like,
Okay.
I liked it. I had low expectations. Like we talked about one, and I think you all loved it more than I did. And I thought it was fun, but okay. I think one of the reasons I like this more than part one is because in one, there's a lot of opportunity, and the choices they made with characters and the setting I didn't love as much. I'm over it now. So like I don't mind that he's a lovable kid when he should be kind of a snappy like no good.
Teenager.
He should be a little bit more
Cool.
punk,
Edgy. Yeah.
edgy.
Yeah.
And I forgot about that watching this. In part one, I'm like, when is he gonna have snark? When is he gonna be sarcastic? In part two, I was just enjoying him for what he was because they established the world. And so maybe that's why suspension of disbelief. I loved it way more, and I wasn't expecting much, and it surpassed all those expectations.
I hated it. So I really did. Like I was like cringing through it. But I will say like I put the movie above Sonic 1 because it has higher highs, first of all. Second of all, it doesn't feel like a prequel. I mean, it kind of does still like it's setting up something, like world building and all that, but it doesn't feel like a prequel where I feel like the first Sonic movie felt like a prequel, like wait till the next movie type of thing, and then just like I don't know, like it. One thing I just didn't like is it felt like one of those, like the first Ninja Turtles to the second Ninja Turtles, like it became even more towards the
kids,
younger demographic, even though there's references like Easter eggs for us, but I don't know, like the compass thing, I totally forgot about that. As soon as it ended, the movie ended, like my friend was talking about the compass, like, what the hell? What are you talking about? He's like, the compass, where they went to the temple. I'm like, you mean where Sonic and Knuckles fought and Sonic saved Knuckles? No, the compass. Like, what are you talking? And then I'm like, oh right, yeah. This movie didn't have to be an hour, 2 hours long, or yeah. But
they had to be. There was a reason why they had to go to the ice area. They had to go to They had to go or the snow area.
They had to have the snowboarding scene.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, that's fine, but like I feel like a lot of things could have been executed better for sure. But I still enjoyed it more than Sonic 1. Even though I think Sonic 1 is a better like paced movie. Sonic 2, the highs, I made it more memorable experience. Like this is definitely a more memorable theater experience than Sonic 1. And honestly, like that final boss fight, I'm so glad that there's a final action scene where it doesn't last like less than 10 minutes. And that's one of my biggest issues with like it happens in Big Hero 6. Yeah, where it's like the final fight is just like kind of goes by like that. This one there's kind of like a 2-part fight scene. If you know what I mean. Yeah, like Jim Eggman gets the whatever. Yeah. So I was kind of just like, man, this movie's 2 hours long, but it has some of the best higher highs of like the video game movies, if that makes sense. Yeah, like Resident Evil series didn't give that to me throughout the whole entire movies, whereas this one, oh, you remember that?
I laughed through the entire movie.
So the jokes,
especially the dance scene.
I felt like the jokes were written by like 2 different comedy writing teams. Did anyone else feel that way? Like some of those jokes were hilarious, and some of them I just felt like,
some were for kids, crazy kid ones, and then a lot was pop culture. Like we could probably spend a whole hour just going over pop culture references that we haven't even touched on. Like there's so much to it that like from 80s to 90s, like it's kind of crazy.
I think it's just the execution of the whole like. There's a lot of inconsistent execution, but that third act was really great. That third act was like what I kind of want out of like every video game movie, actually, every platforming, and that's like I think that's when the platform begins. So.
How about you, Keo? What's your final thoughts about this movie?
I loved it. I can't wait for Sonic 3.
Short and
I was
sweet.
Entertained through the entire film. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch this movie again. I'm not gonna lie, like, because my sister, like she's like, I want to watch this movie. Let's watch it. And so I'm probably gonna watch it with my siblings next. So I'm just like, yes, I have another excuse to go watch this movie again because I'm so ready to watch it again and just to enjoy it. And hopefully get a better reaction in the theater to Shadow showing up, because in the theater I felt like Louis and I were probably like the most excited there, and then I happened to just see like other people like reacting, and like their theaters were like blowing up. I'm like, how come we didn't have that, huh?
Exactly, right?
What time did you go see it? Did you do a late night show or like a midday?
That was a late one.
It was late. Oh,
yeah. So you're right. You would think.
I missed it on the weekend, and so I had to watch it Monday night at 8 p.m. and it was filled with kids.
Oh, mine was filled with kids.
On a Monday?
But did they? Okay, wait. Tell me something. Did the kids enjoy Shadow?
The kids loved everything, laughed at everything, even if it didn't make any sense. And the references, they were like, "Who's this Golden Sonic?" And I was like, I'm loving it, but also, the kids are loving it, but not because it's actual full references. So I don't know.
How interesting. Now that I think about it, I didn't have a single kid in my theater. We were all adults.
You probably saw it opening night or the night after?
I saw midnight. Well, okay, quote unquote midnight showing. So it was like 9:30 Thursday night.
Yeah.
When I saw it.
When you watch the Thursday night showings, which is normally what I would do, but we have new dogs. The Thursday night showings is all like the 20s and 30 somethings that, disposable income, who don't care about sleeping in, like, or not getting sleep for work and all that stuff.
Yeah. But Chris, when you do because I used to do those also, but does your theater ever fill up? Because I feel like my theater never fills up for Thursday night showings ever.
Always.
Dang, that's the reason I go, because I want to be in those like hype, like theater experiences.
The tickets for Multiverse of Madness is so hard to get. I was able to get them, but like it was packed for like the first 2-3 days. Like around me, it's always hard to get. Speaking of Multiverse, I recommend Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I heard that's amazing.
Very good movie.
The Michelle Yeoh and with the guy from Indiana Jones, Goonies, he unretired to be in that movie.
He's very good. He's very good. Highly recommend it. Watch Sonic, then watch that. They're not related.
Back
but
to Sonic.
Yeah.
So I mean, for the third movie, just really quick, do you guys think that we're going to get like some more? Like, are we gonna get like? Because now we're in the universe of 3D Sonic, right? With lyrics. Sonic music with lyrics now. Are we going to get City Escape, or at the very least Live and Learn at the end?
It's an homage. I mean,
like we
I would
have
burn down
to.
the theater if we didn't.
But here's another big question too. Do you think that the third movie is going to be a two-parter or just a single movie?
Single movie.
Yeah, I think like they would just make it a single movie. It doesn't have the legs
for a two-parter.
I would love for it to be a two-parter, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're just going to make it a single movie and make it 2 hours long again.
Johnny, like if you think about Sonic Adventure 2, the story takes place pretty quickly. It's just that you're going back and forth. You're playing 2 different single-player modes. So I think they can find a way to get rid of, because if you think about it, you're playing the same mission twice, just from someone else's view. So yeah, it's probably, true. And they're willing to make movies that's over 2 hours long. So
yeah, I just was thinking because they can just make it like they win. All right, well, I think then we should probably wrap it up for us here tonight. So thank you everyone who tuned in and watched us, and for those who are listening to us audio or later on demand. But thank you so much for listening to us here tonight. Be sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube. Hit that notification bell so you can see whenever we go live, and download our podcast wherever you download podcasts like Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, Animal Crossing Pocket Casts. And then allow us to say our goodbyes. Ryu Knuckles.
I gotta go now.
Kyo Tails.
We'll see you next time.
And Pizza M Sonic.
Chance of Smash Brothers Initiative getting better, maybe?
Dude, Eggman finds Taboo. Subspace Emissary Eggman. I'm calling it.
We'll see after the movie. The Mario movie. And for me, your host, J-Playstar, thank you so much for listening to us. And until next time, we shall catch you on the Switch side. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Missed it.
Gotta go slow.
How did we miss the biggest Easter egg in this movie? Like when he has to go across the water, and he goes, "I gotta go fast."
And it's not even for comedy, because he literally is saying, "You have to go fast in order to walk on water." It makes sense for the scene.
Oh man, what a great reference that we completely missed.
And the chili dog was serious too.
Keanu Reeves for Shadow, everyone. Keanu Reeves for Shadow.
He does his own stunts. Gun work.
Maria.